Hi, Sandy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the A.D.K rock and metal channel, and today we are checking out a band called Kataklysm.
Oh, fuck yes.
I knew Kirk would be into this.
Canadian death metal, a fucking great band.
The song we're going to be checking out is called Goliath. Look at Kirk's face there.
7 out of 10 review last year. No, 8 out of 10 for Screen Blast Repeat.
I, of course, sit there and hear this sort of stuff coming up on the channel, and I'm like, oh, God, here we go. But we're a balanced channel. We are not just a hard rock band. We're not just heavy metal. We try to cover all genres. So it's all about broadening our spectrum and giving us the feedback from the 3 different opinions. So, yeah, we're going to check out Kataklysm and Goliath. We'll watch the video all the way through and then give our thoughts at the end. Let's go check it out.
This is Goliath! Let's go to war! Merci beaucoup, ma gang de fous!
Okay, there we go. Kataklysm and Goliath. I'm going to throw it to Andy first on this one.
Okay, Kataklysm. The band name I've heard a lot. Never checked them out. It's a great band name as well. You kind of instantly know what you're going to get. If I'm honest, I was a little bit disappointed. I really like the sort of the low tunings they're using. The bass you can hear. The drumming is really good, as you said, Kurt. The double kick drums you can really hear throughout. vocalist, when he started, I thought, yeah, really cool, deep growl, menacing, but he's a little bit one-dimensional. Although there was really good enunciation and clarity in the words he was singing, you could hear the lyrics. For most of the song, it is very linear. There was no variation in his sort of pitch and delivery. So that kind of got a little bit boring. The single notes that the guitarists were playing on occasions were a little bit buried in the mix, and the video as a whole, to use your phrase, Dave, has very little rewatch value. It was sort of live clips cobbled together to make a music video. I did enjoy the very beginning though, where they're sort of backstage. My first thoughts were, "Hello Cleveland, Spinal Tap." I should have done that. Got lost backstage and come on shouting, "Hello Vancouver," or wherever they are. But yeah. I was hoping I'd enjoy that more as a first listen to Kataklysm, so I wasn't blown away. I enjoyed the music more than the vocalist, so maybe separate them. You've got a good band. I don't know if they've had another vocalist, Kirk, but wasn't too blown away with that, unfortunately. From a band in a genre that I really do enjoy, I didn't particularly enjoy that.
See, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to go ahead of Kirk on this one because you know this band a little bit more detail and you've done the review. So it makes sense what you've just said, because I actually really liked the band. And it's a genre that you really like, and it's a genre that I really don't like.
Okay.
But it's this band I really enjoyed. And the reason why I liked it is vocally, yes, I agree with you. It was he worked within a certain frame rate of his vocal ability. I think he's got much more vocal ability, but he just didn't use it in this particular song. But that didn't actually bother me. What I liked was it was death metal where they're not trying to go off and go, oh look, we can change and do another extreme thing here, and we can go do another extreme thing here, and we'll do this massive breakdown here, and we'll do that. What they did was they worked out a nice core structure to a song that made sense and it flows, which means for someone like me who likes a nice groove, there was natural groove to this song. So I was able to groove to it. Even though with all those double kicks going on, I was like, do you know what? I'm not a big fan of double kick, but it worked because there was a nice groove behind it. And everything made sense. I was actually able to move the whole way song. Whereas a lot of death metal, like, breakdown. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, just fucking stop.
Love that track.
Yeah, you want that. So I listened to that. I was like, do you know what? If that came on in the car while I'm driving, I would have listened to that the whole way through it, and I'd have been head bopping the whole way through it. And that to me is a great gateway into some of the death metal stuff. But as you get further into death metal, I get more disingenuous. I lose interest in the genre, because I'm just like, you're just doing it for the sake of going, this sounds too, maybe you think the song sounds too linear, so we need to throw another change in, and we need to show some more technicality in this bit to make it sound more brutal. And how much more brutal can we be in our death metal? And I'm like, I'm not interested in it, but then maybe that's why that's that genre I'm not into. But I really like Kataklysm and Goliath, and if I had an album, not necessarily all of that, but of that sort of style, and that guitar tone, I have to say guitar tone was fucking awesome. I love that tone on the guitars, but I would quite happily listen to an album of that. I'm going to throw it to Kirk next.
Yeah, these are one of the few death metal bands that I look forward to each release. It is quite controversial, actually, the last two albums. So in 2020, they put out an album called Unconquered, and they started using 8-string guitars and down tuning to drop G, like that Meshuggah album, Coloss. And I think that has divided some of the fan base, because really, to be honest, you're more likely to see something like that on the same bill as Slipknot than a modern death metal band, aren't you? And this album, you're right, the vocals, Maurizio Iacono is called, not necessarily one-dimensional. There is a lot of clarity there. What I like, though, he's like the underdog of death metal. He's like the Rob Flynn of death metal. They're not singing about gore. They're actually not that negative. A lot of these songs are just about survival and fortitude and overcoming the odds, almost a bit like hardcore. The drummer prior to the one you just saw in that video, Oli Baudouin, is one of the finest in technical death metal. The origins of this band go back to the 90s. They're one of the
we're getting an origin story. Jesus Christ.
No, but they're one of the longest serving bands on Nuclear Blast. Before Nuclear Blast became this huge metal label with worldwide operations. These were their big name in the late 90s. So they have changed a hell of a lot. Andy, you'd probably prefer their earlier stuff, the mid-90s death metal, which is ultra technical, but there's still song structures there. They're a bit like Gojira now, aren't they? You know, they start out as this death metal band and they just seem to be getting more mid-tempo, more rhythmic grooves in there as well, taking out a lot of technicalities that would have been there in the past. That they basically just write anthemic death metal. So I think that's why I find them such an interesting listen. And dare I say it, they're probably an easy listen as well for death metal, because death metal is fucking awful at the moment. So monotonous.
If I liked it, it must be easy listening.
No, it's just full of bolt thrower clones. Every time I get an album sent, and it'll just be either old school death metal, okay, you've heard Death and Morbid Angel, and then another album, right, you've heard bolt thrower. They're not doing anything new. At least with this, they've evolved and they're trying to stay current. And you're going to take a lot of risks and lose fans doing that. But yeah, I'm in favor of the current direction for Kataklysm.
Fair enough. Well, there we go. Kataklysm and Goliath. Now, if you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care.